Looking glass upon the wall, who is fairest of us all?
It was the middle of winter, and the snowflakes were falling like feathers from the sky. And a queen sat at her window working, and her embroidery frame was of ebony. And as she worked, gazing at times out on the snow, she pricked her finger, and there fell from it 3 drops of blood on the snow. And, when she saw how bright and red it looked, she said to herself,
"Oh, that I had a child as white as snow, as red as blood, and as black as the wood of the embroidery frame."
Not very long after, she had a daughter, with a skin as white as snow, lips as red as blood, and hair as black as ebony, and she was named Snow White. And, when she was born, the queen died. After a year had gone by, the king took another wife, a beautiful woman, but proud and overbearing, and she could not bear to be surpassed in beauty by anyone. She had a magic looking glass, and she used to stand before it, and look in it, and say,
Looking glass upon the wall, who is fairest of us all?
You are fairest of them all.
And she was contented, for she knew that the looking glass spoke the truth. Now, Snow White was growing prettier and prettier, and when she was 7 years old, she was as beautiful as day, far more so than the queen herself. So one day,
Looking glass upon the wall, who is fairest of us all?
Queen, you are full fair, 'tis true, but Snow White fairer is than you.
Envy and pride like hill weeds grew in her heart, higher every day, until she had no peace, day or night. At last, she sent for a huntsman.
Take the child out into the woods, so that I may set eyes on her no more. You must put her to death, and bring me her heart for a token.
The huntsman consented, and led her away. But, when he drew his cutlass to pierce Snow White's innocent heart,
"Oh, dear huntsman, do not take my life. I will go away into the wild wood, and never come home again."
"Away with you then, poor child."
Just at that moment, a young wild boar came running by, so he caught and killed it, and taking out its heart, he brought it to the queen for a token. She ran as long as her feet would carry her. And when the evening drew near, she came to a little house, and she went inside to rest. Everything there was very small, but as pretty and clean as possible. By the wall stood 7 little beds, side by side, covered with clean white quilts. Snow White, being very hungry and thirsty, ate from each plate a little porridge and bread, and drank out of each little cup a drop of wine, so as not to finish up one portion alone. After that, she felt so tired that she lay down on one of the beds. When it was quite dark, the masters of the house came home. They were 7 dwarfs, whose occupation was to dig underground among the mountains. They saw that someone must have been in, as everything was not in the same order in which they left it.
"Who has been sitting in my little chair? Who has been eating from my little plate? Who has been taking my little loaf? Who has been tasting my porridge? Who has been using my little fork? Who has been cutting with my little knife? Who has been drinking from my little cup? Someone has been on our beds too."
When the 7th looked at his bed, he saw little Snow White lying there asleep.
"Oh, goodness. Oh gracious, what beautiful child is this?